One of the major challenges that entrepreneurs face, but it comes in different stages. The way I teach business and entrepreneurship, I say there are 4 key stages. It's like the way it is in humans. You have baby, infant, you have toddler, you have adolescent, you have young adults, then you have senior citizen. A business too has those stages. There are certain things that can kill you at the beginning of the business. That's why most businesses die within their first year or their first couple of years. One common reason is this distinction between fixed capital and working capital. So here's what I mean. You have 10 million to start a business. Most people will use that 10 million and fix the 10 million. So for example, if you want to start an agribusiness, most people are focused on, I want land I can buy, I need title to that land, I need to have, I need to buy land, buy 10 hectares of land, then I have to buy tractor, buy. Most people who haven't done this before are thinking buy. The problem with buying is that buying ties down capital. If you buy land, if for example you are buying 20 hectares of land at 10 million, you've tied down that 10 million. Compared to, instead of using a fixed capital approach, I use a working capital approach and say, I don't want to buy this land, I want to lease the land for 3 years. Instead of paying 10 million to buy the land, I may end up spending only 1 million to lease that land for 3 years. What that does is that instead of tying down 10 million, I've only tied down 1, I have 9 to work. When you are starting a business, it's a game of endurance, because most of the projections, most of the planning that you do will end up not being the way you expect. If you expect that within 6 months, you would have made enough sales to cover your costs, that 6 months may end up being 18 months or 2 years. So that's why I said going in with assumptions, not going with a fixed mindset. If you go with an assumption, somebody who goes in with an assumption spends more money on bullets, not on guns. Because the thing with a gun is that once the bullet finishes, the gun is useless.
Yes.
Except you want to turn the gun into a club that you're using to hit people. So you spend more of your money on the bullet, knowing that I need to keep going, I need to be able to keep going, than to tie down all that money. And then what if we get to 6 months and I still need to do some more work to get customers? That's usually the biggest problem with businesses at that level. Just before they're about to realize their potential, their light dies off, they run out of capital. So when you go to these businesses, they have computers, they bought the car, they own the equipment. There's no working capital to pay salaries.
Pay salary or to carry business going.
Yes. Compare that to somebody who deprioritized the office, started working from home, or meets the client at their location, minimizes what they spend the money on. Instead, is keeping money in the bank as working capital, so that that person has longer staying power than you that got an office, furnished it and everything, and you're relaxing, you say, CEO.